Hey guys, back in the basement again for another sports recap and NFL roundtable. Guys, we had some college football yesterday, guys, and we had some big games. Especially a couple of those guys was my Heisman candidates. Now, unfortunately, all of them didn't win. Unfortunately, my number one, who I think the number one guy should be for the Heisman, is Travis Hunter. He didn't get to play the whole game. He got injured and his team lost, so he really didn't compile a lot of stats. So it's not even worth even talking about that situation, unfortunately. Hopefully he'll be back for the next week and he'll get the opportunity to perform again. But this week wasn't a good one. He went out injured and has got shoulder issue. Don't really have an update on him. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's gonna be clear to play for next week. We'll see. But with that being said, another guy who didn't have no stats was Cameron Ward. Now, fortunate for him, it wasn't because of injuries, because he was on bye. So he had a bye this week. He didn't get the opportunity to put up no stats. But that's cool. It happens. All of them got to have a bye sooner or later. So they all going to have to sit out a week. But this week so happens to be my man Cameron Ward. With that being said, let's move on to Dylan Gabriel. He's probably the only guy that had probably the big game this week. You know what I'm saying? Probably the big game this week was Gabriel. But in that big game, he's 23 for 34, 341 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 carries, 32 rushing yards, and 1 touchdown. My man had total 3 touchdowns a day, putting up good numbers, still producing, still taking care of business. That's what you got to do if you want to be a Heisman candidate and you want to be invited to New York. Let's keep going. My man Jalen Monroe, he played. They ended up winning, so that's a good thing. He beat South Carolina. So he was 16 for 23, 209 yards, 1 touchdown. Now, he did throw 2 interceptions. That's not good, but that doesn't really hurt him too much, right? But he did have 18 carries for 36 yards and 2 touchdowns. He as well ended up with 3 TDs. So, we got 2 of our Heisman candidates with 3 TDs in there. But let's go to my man, who's probably a long shot to win it, but I like this guy. I really do. And his name is Ashton Gentry. Ashton Gentry, Boise State. He had 31 carries, 217 rushing yards, and 1 touchdown. He had 3 receptions, 20 yards, and 1 passing and 1 catching touchdown, 1 receiving touchdown, let me say. So now he's my long shot to win a Heisman, but I do like him. He should be up there, and he should be in New York. Now, will he win it? I don't know, but he definitely should be invited to New York. So this is my Heisman breakdown, my Heisman candidate watch list. Looking forward to seeing those guys week in and week out, see what they're going to do and make sure that those guys get invited to New York. And if they do, we need to sign a petition. If these guys that I listed doesn't get invited to New York, we need to sign a petition to the Heisman and say, hey, what the hell are you thinking about? But with that being said, looking forward to seeing these guys play in the weeks to come. Until then.